Alex, let's go check out Petco. They have all types of animals and stuff. What's wrong, Alex? Why don't you like Petco?
It's not that I don't like Petco.
They got cats.
Cats? Serious?
Cats, yeah. Cats, yeah. They got cats.
Why didn't you start with that? Let's go.
Let's go.
There's many different kinds of fish right here under many different phyla. We got the regular fish you see here would be part of chordata, and as you can see on the wall right here, those are some sea slugs, some snails. Those would be mollusca. The cleaner shrimp that you're seeing in the tank, arthropoda. But the one that I would like to focus on the most currently is this one right here. This right here is a sea anemone. It is under the phylum Nidoria, and as you can see right there, it is currently in the polyp stage. Now the thing about the sea anemone, about the phylum Nidoria, is that it has two stages. The polyp stage, which is sessile, and the medusa stage, which is moving.
Alright, my name's Christian, and I'm going to show you this shrimp right here. They're under the phylum Crustacea and the phylum Arthropoda and class Crustacea. The body is divided into 3 tagmata, as you can see here, and they have claws and they walk on their limbs. Hello classmates, here we have the comet goldfish for 5 cents each. It's part of the phylum Chordata, class Actinopterygii, also known as ray fin fish. This is a bony fish, and the fins are supported by rays, as the name indicates. In contrast to the cartilaginous fish, they have a rigid skeleton. Now, the swim bladder is also a unique feature of most ray fin fish, enabling them to maintain buoyancy as they move up or down in the water. A gill cover is used to pump water through the gills, enabling the bony fish to breathe without swimming. Hey everybody, this here is a male guinea pig. It's in the phylum Mammalia, and its class is a mammal. The features that distinguish it are the fur and the mammary glands that help it produce milk for its young. As you can see, there's a baby one in there as well. And this is the male guinea pig. Vetted chameleon. It's part of the phylum Chordata, class Reptilia. As we see here, you can zoom in closer. This is a cold-blooded animal, so it prefers to live in warm and humid environments. And their eyes, as you see, they can move in different directions, which is very cool. And also, they can also change colors. So if they need to blend in with their environment as a defense mechanism to stay away from predators, they can change color and blend in with their surroundings, so they're not easily spotted by predators.
Hey guys, as you can see here, I'm surrounded by parakeets, birds, more specifically the class Aves. Now these birds are also under the phylum Chordata, and the thing that makes these birds, specifically these animals, special is their bones. Their hollow bones, which are very good if you basically want to fly. And as you can see, the body is covered with feathers, another major defining characteristic, because the feathers arouse a sort of insulation to keep them warm-blooded. And as you can see, the feathers are also very streamlined, really useful for flight.
Hey guys, so I'm doing the darkling beetle. This is the larva of it. As you can see, it looks like a worm, but this is actually, it goes through a full metamorphosis. So this is just the larva stage. And as you can see, unlike worms, it has arms that it crawls with. This is the phylum Arthropoda class Insecta. You can see the segments, the dark brown lines, and the way it moves and the motion.
Alex again, right back here at the tank because we got some unfinished business we gotta deal with. We'll start by zooming on one of these guys right here. Zoom in right there. As you can see, those are the chocolate chip sea stars. Now these guys belong to the phylum Echinodermata, the only other phylum that are deuterostomes, the other being Chordata. Now the class for these guys are Asteroidea, and some of the attributes are 5 arms or multiples of 5, 2 feet for locomotion, of course as you can see these guys aren't moving anywhere soon, and regenerative capabilities, which is really awesome. You can cut like 40% of this guy and it can regenerate its tissue like nothing happened. Alright guys, so our final animal, let's go right here, and this guy right here. Now this is the gold Inca snails, and they belong to the phylum Mollusca, the second biggest phylum in the kingdom of Animalia, the biggest one being Arthropoda. Now one of the characteristics of the mollusks is, with the exception of cephalopods, that have a closed circulatory system, mollusks have an open circulatory system with a 3-chambered heart. Mollusks also have separate sexes for reproduction with the exception of a few bivalves, and some can be hermaphroditic.
Okay, so here I have a chicken. You might see a couple more run behind me. But anyways, so chickens, they are in the domain Eukarya. They're in kingdom Animalia. They're in the phylum Chordata, and then their subphylum is Vertebrata. And their class is Aves, so they are a bird. A couple of interesting characteristics about birds is the fact that they have a hollow skeleton, so that it's lighter for them to fly. They also have scales on their feet, and they also have feathers. And feathers are modified scales of keratin that actually work, to conserve heat, and they also help with lift for flight. So yeah. Hi, now I have my cat Watkins. His classification is actually the exact same as a chicken. So domain eukaryote, kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, and then his subphylum is Vertebrata. Except he does have a different class, and he is in the class Mammalia, which is because he is a mammal. Some ways that you can tell that he's a mammal is the fact that he has his fur, he has hair. And another defining characteristic of mammals is the fact that they have mammary glands. My cat doesn't because he is a male. Only female mammals have mammary glands. And another thing is that Watkins has specialized teeth. His teeth are very sharp because he's a feline. If he were to live in the wild, he would be preying on, you know, small rodents or insects, lizards. So he would need his sharp teeth in order to capture and to eat his prey.
Yeah, do the Joker dance.